Welcome to the top 5 most intimidating boxers, Japan. We will discuss the 5 most intimidating boxers to come out of this beautiful nation. This list is based on body language, in-ring power. When we think of people from Japan, we think of how kind they are, how respectful they are, how well-mannered and polite they are. These next 5 men do not fit the norm. Let's watch. Akira Yayashi. One of Japan's best fighters, a former flyweight champion, Yayashi makes this list due to his relentlessness. A fighter who seemed to be the smaller fighter every fight. He was a type of fighter that was all business inside and outside of the ring. This guy had no time for games. In the ring, he was a fighter who stood in the pocket, take your best shots and overwhelm you with volume. Anytime Yayashi was in the ring, you knew you were in for a war. Opponents knew it would be a long night. A Japanese fighter has fought some of the best and hardest hitting fighters in the flyweight division. He stood there and took all their punches, taking punches from fighters like Roman Gonzalez, Pedro Guevara, Kazuto Ioka. His heart made him very intimidating because you knew a fighter like this would fight to the last breath. He would drop his hands and land vicious combinations till he won or he was out. Number 4, Hazumi Asagawa. Asagawa is one of the most fearless fighters to ever grace the ring and that I've ever seen. Hazumi Asagawa never ducked a fight. I believe that fearless puts him on this list. Asagawa was very energetic, southpaw who threw more punches than most fighters. He would fight opponents at their own style and try to beat them. He had a very intimidating physique for the weight class and look. He always fought for his deceased mother and gave it his all. He was all business in the ring, had a crazy left hook who would pull out a lot of people, and he did. In my opinion, this guy deserves to be number 4. Number 3, the monster, Naoya Inoue. Inoue is not an intimidating guy by the looks of it. He's always smiling and is warm. However, to me, his skill is enough to put him on this list. A fighter who is faster than most fighters in the world today and could deliver a devastating blow at any time from any angle. He's undefeated in his last 20 fights. Now I know why they call him the monster. Naoya is an opponent who could deliver. His opponents are always worried about his power. He has put most of them away at 17 knockouts. The scary thing is Naoya is only 28 and he hasn't hit his prime or taken too much damage. I believe we will see many knockouts from the years to come. His timing and punching power for the weight class is impeccable. He might not never lose in his career. Number 2, Takashi Uchiyama. Takashi Uchiyama is a very mean-looking man. He had a career of pure knockouts, with 27 wins, 20 of them coming by knockout. He's a very large-looking 130-pounder and has pure dynamite in his gloves. There aren't many pictures of Uchiyama smiling. He was a fighter who had a great counterpunch. He wasn't your typical seek and destroy fighter, but anytime he made you miss, he would make you pay big time. I believe he's one of Japan's most intimidating fighters, just based on his demeanor and his punching power. Number 1, the one and only Takashi Miura. Miura was a fighter who was very disrespectful inside and outside of the ring, threatening opponents inside and outside, reported by other fighters. He would tell you how he was going to beat you. Takashi was a very mean person in and out of the ring, never smiling at all. He had the best seek and destroy style. A great champion, great fighter, but with limited skill. Takashi was looking to put you up against the ropes, walk you down without a jab. And when he did, he would bomb on you. They called him the left bomber because he had a nasty left straight that he was always looking to land. He would live and die by his power every fight. He had Thor's hammer in his left. Everybody knew if you were going to fight Miura, you were going to get hurt. It would be a long night. I've heard Vargas rejected the rematch because he thought it was too hard. Takashi was a fighter that was ducked by many due to his style. He would use his chin as a weapon. One of the only fighters that I've ever seen do that. Willing to take punches, he would come back with his own, looking to take you out. Takashi had a great career and became the 130-pound champion for a long time. He knocked out a lot of guys in the process in Japan and made a name for himself here in the States. I believe he is the most intimidating Japanese fighter I have ever seen, not fitting the norm of what we think about when we talk about Japanese people.